Going on, guys? We are back with another episode of MLB The Show. We are finally to the game we wanted to get to. We're 19 and 13 on the year. Last episode, y'all remember we had a full week of winning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game winning streak, 2 game losing streak, lost the series against San Francisco, hopped into the last game, got the win. Hopped into this one, got the win. Just simulated this one to get to where we are now. And we went from third place to first place in the last episode. Nice. That right there is some good news. Technically tied with the Brewers. We've played 2 less games. But a win here would help us a little bit. It is a scouting assignment day. I'm still trying to figure out this. 3 outfield prospects discovered. So now he's doing stuff. Scouted, discovered. So let's try to find I want to scout this guy. We'll see if it works. I'm terrible at scouting, so bear with me. But we're gonna do it anyway. It's an overcast day in Philadelphia. We've got Rhett Lauder on the mound, which is funny because he's on the mound in real life today, so that's cool. McLain batting at the moment first. Holy Suarez, get hot, buddy. Sal's not getting hot. De La Cruz, not terrible. Lowe's been a bright spot. Fraley's been a bright spot. Friedel's doing all right for himself. 305 for Stevenson. Finally a good year for him. And on the bench bat side, he's only had 9 at-bats, but he's 5 for 9. So who needs to get hot? Because we're going to replace somebody. Well, unfortunately, all of our outfielders are actually really good. So today's not the day for Benson to play. But it is the day to find a new leadoff guy. We're going to swap those two. Marte is going to stay there. Okay. This should be, excuse me, a decent enough lineup. Got a Fiji water with me trying to stop the little stuff going on, but it's not working so far. Sorry about that. Had me a burrito and a beef taco, and I think they're stuck in my throat or something. Which is crazy. Well, speaking of the bench bat, he shined in the last game. Let's take a look. Last game, he was 2 for 4, had a run. One of them, well, I mean, it was a home run. 3 RBIs. I think it was a 3-run RBI. Or 3 home run. What was it? 3 RBI home run. Sorry about that. And then he had a single. So that's a pretty solid day. And he will be an option off the bench today. And this game is underway. Painter throws that one in the dirt. It's 2-1 to Friedel. They're 17 and 17. So we have the record advantage over them. That was directly on the corner. Good pitch. 2-2 on TJ Friedel. That's more up the middle, but a little high, and we got under it. So that'll be a fly out to start this one. De La Cruz will come to the plate and hope to get us started 1 out later. Okay, Painter needs to get hit hard today. He's got a 7.92 ERA. .34 hits against him, 23 runs. 1 of them is unearned. But that doesn't account for the rest of his troubles. That's 100 off the bat, but directly to the center fielder. I guess there was a little movement, but it didn't get down, and that's what we wanted it to do. So, Sal Stewart still batting third. That'll be a pop out. That's a pretty wide area out there. So that's a 1-2-3 inning, nothing going. In real life, Edwin Arroyo got the call up. I'm not seeing anything. I mean, it's not the ump's fault. I mean, Marsh has full capability of challenging it. Ump called a strike on a pitch he thought was a strike, but if Marsh didn't think it was, he'd have challenged, so don't blame the ump for it. Now it's a 2-2 count. We throw that one outside, try to go back inside, in a location where we gotten a beneficial call earlier in the at-bat, but that one's hit pretty well foul, and it was in almost an identical spot. Okay, he's hitting these hard. Sorry for the coughing. This was not a problem yesterday, and I'm not sick, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. That's going to be a swing and a foul ball. I'm not sure why he would swing at that, but he did get away with it. This is going to catch too much of the plate. It might be 1-0. Oh, no, he grounded it. Nice. That's a big throw by Ellie. That'll be out number 1. Took a while to get that first out. And now we got to deal with one of the better players in the last decade. That's also inside getting a called strike, but again, they can challenge it, and they're not. That is hit into the only area out there that I think Blade couldn't... Oh, that's Fraley. Excuse me. I'm used to Blade playing out there in real life, but it's Fraley in left field for us today. 3 straight lefties to start. This one has huge power. Swung on and missed. We've got a 2-2 count. That was the sinker. Now you try to slow him down. Same area, fouls it away. I don't want to come at him with a fastball. I think, did he just take a step off? We're gonna, why does it not? He swung. Nice. I hit him in the foot and he swung. But I sometimes cannot throw over when we want to. I thought I saw extra step taken by Harper over there, who doesn't have the best stealing stats, so maybe we don't really have to check him that hard. But that'll be out number 3. They got 1 hit, which is better than us, but now's our chance to match it. Painter got through with the first inning with no trouble, and that's an early swing by Suarez. Is 38 strikeouts like high? Because I think it is. That's a foul ball. Let's see where, I'm going to pause really quickly. I want to see where the team ranks in strikeouts. You go over here, strikeouts. Suarez with the most. Stewart's striking out a lot. Ellie is striking out a lot. McLain, they're all in the 30s. Then there's a big drop-off to Marte with 18, Lowe with 18, 16 for Stevenson, 15 for Fraley, Moncada 9, Steer 8, and he's only played in 12 games. Wild, because I think he's one of our better players. Malone with 8, Blade with 7. Blade also has a lack of games played, 7. Friedel with 26 games played, though, has 5 strikeouts. That is elite right there. 81 at-bats, 5 strikeouts. And now Suarez will deal with the 1-2. That's outside, evening up the count. Hit well. I don't think well enough to get down. He is jogging. He's going to get there. That's out number 1. So first 4 up have all been set down. I don't think there's a strikeout yet, but there's a 1-1 count on Lowe. And that's going to be a ground out, unless it hits the bag, but it was just to the left side of it. That's a soft ground ball to Harper at first. And now Fraley will try to keep things going. He's got a 1-2 count against him. Let's see if... That's hit well. That's in the gap. That'll be a double. So that is our first hit of the ball game. In, I think, the second deepest part of the yard. Because if you see center field out there, that is an enormous little area. Tyler Stevenson with that 305 average is going to try to knock in a run here. That is hit to right field. He's got to run after it. He's not going to get it. We're going to keep him at first. I don't think he had enough speed to stretch that one. But that's an RBI single for Tyler Stevenson. And we're on the board first. Now, Marte swings and misses at a slider way low. So that's a 1-2 count on him. Now he'll reach for a fastball, bash it into the air. And that'll be an easy catch for, is it Marsh is in center? Who's in right? Well, I think it's Marsh in center. I don't remember. I don't remember their lineup, but Johan Rojas, who has been a bottom of the order guy in real life for a long time, is batting 5th. He's their left fielder. That's not right field. So we're looking for a left-handed bat playing. Is this Schwarber? I would imagine he's the DH. He is. Okay, left field Rojas, right field Rave. That's why I didn't know who it was. And Marsh is in center. This one is grounded. Suarez makes the play. That is 1 away. Who's this? This is Bryson Stott, the guy that had the walk-up song that everyone was singing along to before he hit a grand slam. Hopefully there's no home run in this at-bat, but he is capable. He'll foul that one away. Now you slow him down, go low with the changeup, hope he swings over it for a strikeout. Or throw it way out of the strike zone. We wanted it low, but that went way low and way outside. Now he'll strike him out with a fastball high. So great pitching so far out of Rhett Lauder. Gets his 2nd strikeout. Key Brian Hayes, former Red. I think that it was a free agency loss. So unless we traded him, right? Someone go back to that 58-minute video I made and see if we traded him. Kudos to anyone who made it through that video, by the way. Those get really boring, and I'm glad that I got some viewership on it. I think I got 50-something views on it, which is really cool, and I'm really appreciative of that. All right, we'll have the 9-hole hitter in Matt McLain, who we bumped from 1st to 9th. Hopefully he doesn't take it to heart. That's going to be a check swing. Doesn't go around, although it looked like he did. We're glad. Oh, he did, for sure. But no one really knows exactly. Hey, he didn't take it to heart. That's going to get down. Base hit. That was also a really good curveball that we were able to get underneath a little bit, just enough to hit it 100 miles per hour into the outfield. And Alfredo will bat. Runner on for him. We could try to steal. I don't know who their catcher is. Let's find out. Real Muto, he can throw. We're not going to steal. Ooh, that's a strike on the bottom of the zone. It was, in fact, an actual strike. We're going to steal here. On a full count, try to get an action pitch going. That's going to be golfed a little bit up into the air. That'd be a good shot in golf, but not in baseball. Actually, I don't even think that's a good shot in golf. Those balls fly. All right, 1-2 count now to Ellie De La Cruz. That's hit hard into the outfield. That'll be 2 aboard. We're going to hold McLain at 2nd, even though he probably had enough speed to challenge for 3rd base right there. Sal Stewart, who is 0 for 1, is taking on the inside on 99 mile per hour fastball. It's 2-1. That's called a strike. Sal Stewart doesn't like it. I don't like it either, but we'll see if we're right. We are right. It's 3-1. That was very close to the top of the outside corner right there. 7.67 ERA. Let's see if we can make that jump. That will be strike 2 on another pitch that was very borderline, but this time would have been a strike that stood. That is hit hard to right field. That will be down, and I think Ellie can score from 1st here. We're not going to risk it. It's going to be 2nd and 3rd. Still only 1 out. Sal Stewart gets an RBI. Now Suarez, who's 0 for 1, going to have a chance here. That's inside. He'll walk. Bases are now loaded. And we'll have Nathaniel Lowe, a very capable bat, That ERA is at 8 for Andrew Painter, and he is going to have a very short day out there. His pitch count is really, really high. 64 pitches in the third. That is high, 3-1. A walk scores a run. Nathaniel Lowe looking for his pitch. If he doesn't get it, he's not swinging. He got it, and that's going to be just foul. We'll have a full count. Barely got out of play as well. I thought it was going to drop a little close. I don't know. That is ball 4. That's a run. Andrew Painter walks. Oh, and he's gone. So that'll be it for Painter. They'll have Jose Urquidy going against the 1 for 2 now, Jake Fraley. And we're not going to test that with the 28 speed on third. So Fraley pops out in foul territory. Stevenson will have to try and pick him up. He did get an RBI single earlier to open the scoring. And it's robbed. That would have been at least 2 runs. But we'll take the 3-0 lead for now. That is in there. Aiden Miller takes strike 2. Right on the upper inside corner. Not going to get the call there, and it was rightfully called a ball. 2-2 count now. And that's fouled into the chest protector. That's why that's there. Aiden Miller with a 333 average, not no longer. Willie Abreu was 0 for 28. Would have been nice to face them during that span. That is called a strike. This time it stands. I wonder if it's in the heads of the Phillies batters and they will maybe start challenging that pitch, because, I mean, it's been called off the plate, a strike in that area twice already. And he won't even swing at it. That is strike 3. I think the 4th strikeout for Rhett Lauder, 5th strikeout. Now Brandon Marsh, who was one of the victims of a rough inside fastball strike call, and he will take in that corner again. This time it was in the zone. Now we're going low with a changeup. Try to get this to drop just below the zone. He'll ground it to Ellie De La Cruz, who will easily take care of him, and that is out number 3. Now Marte, who's 0 for 1. Batting 258, just under the 260 he entered today with. Swings over top of a circle change, looking for a fastball, not getting it. It dropped below his bat. That is definitely a good adjustment. He'll beat that on the ground, but straight through the gap. And that'll be a base hit for Noelvi Marte. Now Matt McLain, who is 1 for 1. It was a 100-mile-per-hour base hit for him, I think. Right to center field, that was him, right? Urquidy has a 4.42 average, or ERA. That is outside. 3-1 to Matt McLain. Friedel is on deck, 0 for 2. That is also hit through an infield gap, and that'll be 2-on. 2 speedy runners at that. And this is a bunt situation for Matt McLain if I've ever seen one. Not Matt, TJ Friedel. McLain just got a hit. I missed it. That's 2-2. Probably shouldn't have even tried to bunt that one. I shouldn't have drag bunted it. That is called a ball. They're not challenging anything. That would have been a strike 3. That is hit through the infield gap, but is nearly caught this time. We have to hold, and it's station to station. The first 3 are aboard. And Ellie De La Cruz has the bases loaded, nobody out. Swung on and missed at that curveball. He wanted it, did not get it. That is hit really hard. It's going to go foul. Just a little bit behind that circle change that most people probably wouldn't even be able to hit. But he destroyed it. It just went slightly foul. That is high. Full count to Ellie De La Cruz. Again, a walk scores a run. Sal Stewart on deck. That is an early turn on an inside cutter. So it's another pitch coming up. Good contact on it. Just pushed it foul. And another foul ball on an outside pitch that would have walked him this time. But this at-bat is stretching. 30 pitches for Urquidy out of the bullpen. That is inside. Ball 4, scores another run. Sal Stewart, still. Bases loaded opportunity. 1 for 2 on the day. 2-1 count. Nobody out. Ducks on the pond. That is only knocked down. They're not going to get anybody. Infield single. Sal Stewart. Another run scores. Suarez, same opportunity. Inside. 3-1. Another 3-ball count with the bases loaded for Jose Urquidy. That one curls back into the zone. Full count on Eugenio Suarez. Looking for something to drive. Swung on early. He'll strike out. Nobody moves. And it'll be Nathaniel Lowe's turn with another 3-ball count. He is pitching in some seriously dangerous situations out here. That is inside. Ball 4, another run scores for us. Jake Fraley, 1 out. Bases loaded. 6-0 so far. Can we add on more? Inside. 3-1 count. A disastrous inning so far. Good foul ball by Jake Fraley. That one was on the corner there. We'll make it a full count. Just no double plays, por favor. It's through the gap, and that's another run. And guess what? Station to station, bases are still loaded. And that'll be it for Urquidy. He only got 1 out in this inning. I think he was in for a vast majority of last inning as well. So, I mean, I think it was 1 inning plus for him. Tyler Stevenson will face Kyle Backus out of the mound. Lefty pitcher, righty batter. You love this opportunity. Full count. Tyler Stevenson could walk in a run if he doesn't strike out or anything of that variety. That's curling into the zone. A hard shot. We're testing that throw. It is just off the mark, and Tyler Stevenson has himself a sac fly RBI. Finally, the bases are no longer loaded. Oh, I thought it was inside. We're going to lose a challenge on that. Taking a step off, they'll throw over. I'm going to take another step off. I'm going to go here on this pitch, on this 2-2 count. He's going. It's inside. It hits him. So no stolen base, but Marte reaches. Bases loaded for Matt McLain, who's having a good 2-for-2 day. And he's 3-for-3. That'll score 2. The throw goes to third, but it's not in time. Marte's in there safely. 2-run single. And this game is getting ugly. 10-0 here in the 4th. Outside, 2-1. They're not paying all that much attention to McLain over there. I took an extra step. Gonna send him right here. He's a little late on the jump. They might have him. That is gonna cook him. Inning is over. Brett Lauder got a long rest in between those innings. So we'll see. Oh, Chapman leads, well, co-leads and saves. Just saw that on the bottom. So he's been having a great year. Just didn't have a couple of good games in the last couple of episodes. All right, we're going to try to hit the top of the zone here. If we don't, well, it's a foul ball. So he swung at a ball. That was a little high. Just a little bit. So definitely a protective style swing for Bryce Harper. He's late on a fastball. Takes ball 4, and he is aboard. I don't think that's maybe their first base runner since the first inning. Kyle Schwarber. Big beard on him now. Oh, boy. Big pop-up. Ellie parks underneath it, waits for it to come down. He's got it. Out number 1. We're going to throw to second, make sure nobody advances for any particular reason. 1 out. Double play situation. Not that much speed on first base. That's driven into right field. It's going to be first and second. Hopefully this doesn't get away. Good recovery by Suarez on that throw. First and second. 1 down. That's fouled away. That hopefully goes foul. It doesn't, and he overshot it. This is big trouble. Forces the run to try to score. He does. The throw is just to Stevenson's right, and he can't recover. It's 10-2, and Rojas has a triple. So there's a runner on third now with just 1 down. I don't think that's deep enough to score him, but he's got the speed to try. He doesn't try. We're going to go short to the cutoff, man. Key Brian Hayes, who I am confident will help us get out of this inning. He was having a really good postseason last season for us, but oh well. 8 singles, 1 double. So we have 1 extra base hit on the day. TJ Friedel will bat against the lefty Backus, who stays in, even though he's 21 pitches deep. That is hit into right field. Single from Friedel. An underhand toss there from Rave. And now Ellie De La Cruz, who's 1 for 2. Was this a walk? That was a walk. That is ball 2. Kyle Backus, 2.93 ERA. They pulled him out of the... Oh, he has 9 walks to 6 strikeouts, though. Yikes. That is a double play. Unless Ellie beats it out, and that underhand toss is going to help him do it, but not exactly what you're looking for. And now Sal Stewart will get a chance to bat. 2 for 3. So, having himself a good day. Now, you got to be careful taking a step against Backus because he's looking right at Ellie. That is hit hard to shortstop, and it's caught. 104 off the bat. Unfortunately, not awarded for it. New lefty is in this ballgame. Tanner Banks will face Suarez. Inside, 2-1. I don't think Suarez has been aboard yet, has he? He's 0 for 2, so maybe he's walked once. We have 12 hits here in the 5th. We're going to go here. Oh, he knows. He's checking. 2-2 count. Hopefully this is a ball, and we could advance to second base for Suarez on a given full count. However, he'll pop that one up. In fair territory as it stands. That's caught, inning over. Nothing going. Lauder's pitch count is getting up there. So we're going to warm up Santillan and Aiken. 2 of our more well-rested guys because somebody's going to have to work a couple of innings. That's a good grab by McLain. It retires Aiden Miller. We'll go to John Rave. Swung on and missed. That is strikeout number 6 here in the 5th. If it's working, keep going to it. High fastball, inside corner. Missed our spot, 2-2. Slow it down a tad little bit. Struck him out, no swing whatsoever. Inning is over. Strikeout number 7. That'll be it for Rhett Lauder's line. So we might want to look in the minors for a pitcher to come up and replace somebody. Looking at Keegan Aiken here, 6'8", but like we would have to designate him for assignment because he's had 6 years of MLB time. Our bullpen every year just happens to suck. It is just, and like, he's not doing well, but Connor Phillips is one of our better guys so far. Chapman, 4.6. Man, okay. I didn't actually schedule anyone to come in, did I? Yes, I did. Okay, we just got sidetracked. All right, lefty for Nathaniel Lowe. Up the middle, that might get through. No, it's not. That's a good grab. Did not quite have enough velocity to get through the infield. Jake Fraley will have a lefty-lefty matchup. We're not going to worry about subbing people in and out in a 10-2 ball game. That's inside. Good take by Jake. 211 against lefties, so he doesn't hit amazing, but 211 is respectable against opposite-handed pitchers. That might have been a touch outside, but it might have caught the zone. 2-2 count. That is just low. Good take on that pitch. Tyler Stevenson is on deck. Full count. That is smoked into left field. Does it have enough to get down? It doesn't. Good grab by the left fielder. And that is going to do it for Tanner Banks. The righty Orion Kerkering is into this ball game. That is going to do it for the inning. Got underneath it, sent it to right field. Easy catch out there for Rave. Bummer. Keegan Aiken's coming into this ball game, hopefully to help his ERA out a tiny bit. He's got 2 left. Nope, that's not going to help. In fact, it's going to go up higher. Bryce Harper takes him deep. 10-3. I literally brought you into this ball game because of the 2 lefties that are up, but they're also 2 of the most powerful people in the game. So, what do you do about that? Struck out Schwarber, so there's that. Got one of the 2 I brought you in for. And now another decently heavy swinger in JT Real Muto. Not quite as much power, but that'll be ball 2. Swung on and fouled away. Just want to get him to swing through it. Nice little recovery, 2 straight strikeouts. And now we'll have Johan Rojas, who has, I think, the triple from earlier on his line. So he started the scoring. And it was a 2-run RBI triple. So he cleared the bases. There were 2 on. And then the tack-on home run there by Harper is making it a 10-3 game, which is slightly more respectable. Ramirez stole 4 bases, and they still lost, so they apparently couldn't ever score him when he would steal a base. Freddie's at 400 home runs. Elliot Ramos has hit the ball 17 straight games. And now we'll see if Marte can get a second hit on his day. Checked his swing. They say he held up. I don't think he did. We'll take the call, though. It's 2-2 count. That time, I'm going to say make-up call. No, another check. Good job by Marte to at least hide the fact he's swinging. Ryan Kerkering sets and delivers the pitch, and it's a late swing. Another not so amazingly hit ball to right field, handled by Rave. That guy is getting a ton of outs today. We're going to use the righty of Santillan in the bottom of the 7th. Matt McLain having his best day of the year so far. I think it's 3 singles, though. Yep. Let's try to get something else. That's outside. Walked him. There, that is something else. All right. And now it'll be TJ Friedel, who's 2 for 4. Having a good day in the leadoff spot. That is going to be a fly out, though. Another out recorded by Rave. And they're going to come and get Kerkering. Pete Fairbanks, who's usually a closer, although I think they use him in a setup role. Has a really high velocity fastball, so if you can find it, drive it. The cutter is 10 miles per hour slower, so you gotta prepare for either pitch. Hopefully this is a slow ball. If it's a ball at all, 2-strike count. I feel comfortable stealing, and that's gonna take the shortstop out of position. That's gonna score us a run. Without the stolen base, that's just a line out to shortstop, but he was way out of position. And now Sal Stewart has an RBI opportunity. He'll foul away the low changeup, and now he's got to watch out for a 100-mile-per-hour fastball towards the top. .92 on the outside. Struck him out, 100 up top. Knew it. Tony Santillan, he's got a decent velocity fastball. That does not get the spot he wanted. It is low. That was a better spot. 97 on that. So if we can get him thinking about that, let's deliver a really slow changeup. And doesn't get the call. It was low. Good call by the ump. And that'll walk Bryson Stott. So, I mean, it is an 8-run ball game, but I still don't really like walking batters. If that was anybody other than Key Brian Hayes, we're getting a new baseball. We're going to go outside with this pitch. That is the perfect situation. It's a double play. 7th inning is over. Santillan has earned his way into pitching another inning. Just trying to bridge the gap a little bit so we can rest some of our bullpen. That's an outside slider. Fairbanks in for another inning. Suarez continues his cold streak. That's a strike. Two and two. That's a full count now. Lowe walked twice. Does he have hits on the day? He might. Swung on early, but does manage to foul that one away. We got this. It's a pop-up. So that's the second time he's popped up to that general vicinity. This time it'll be handled by the pitcher himself. Suarez not making a good case for getting re-signed again. I don't know if we did 1 or 2 years for him, though, so we might be dealing with it for another year after this one. I might try to trade him away. Hopefully he holds some trade value next year. Not going to trade him this year. I think we could still use him for a lot. And that is going to barely get out of play. I thought for a second he pulled it back. Man, I was going to look at the replay. I thought I heard a glove. Was it a fan's glove? That's another foul ball to that same side, but way more clearly foul. Batting .324. He's 0 for 2. He's walked twice. So he's been aboard, none of which have been by way of base hit. Looking to change his fortunes right here and go 1 for 3. We'll see. That is going to be another fly ball to that side. This time it is caught. Ball boy did not want to get out of the way there. It's going to be Brad Keller to face Jake Fraley. That's way outside. 2 for 4 on Jake Fraley's day. We're going to warm up, chat. We'll warm up Yimmy. Ooh, wait a minute. Let's go Caleb Ferguson. I know he's a little worn down a little bit. Rave Marsh Harper, so he's got a decently hard situation ahead of him, but yeah, this is my problem. We've got so much just tired pitchers here. I do want to warm up Chapman, just to have him ready if we need to pull him out of the bullpen. Actually, we won't be needing him in a 8-run game, so that's an overreaction. I wanted to use Santillan for another inning, don't get me wrong, but I don't like the idea of Santillan facing 3 lefties in a row. That is popped, foul behind the plate. Some lucky fans getting the baseball, but they're not going to get to watch their team win. So, I mean, take your wins and losses when you get them. That'll be a ground out unassisted to Sal Stewart. He's challenging. Would be a strikeout, and it was very close, and it stays. I knew they were going to challenge one of those at some point, but that one sticks. Brandon Marsh is down on strikes. Caleb Ferguson needs to get Bryce Harper, who already has a lefty-lefty home run on the day. And that's going to get down, base hit. Harper, another lefty-lefty hit, forcing us to go a little deeper into the inning, and it's going to be another power bat and Kyle Schwarber. Even a home run here makes the score 11-5, so not in danger. That is just dribbled in front of the plate. Stevenson makes an easy play. End of the 8th inning. We're going to the top of the 9th. And it's going to be Yimi Garcia. Sit Chapman down. Leave our lineup as is. No subs needed today in this 11-3 blowout. 3-1. I think we already have a series win, and this is for the series sweep. It's a strike on the inside to Tyler Stevenson, batting the 306. That's a foul ball, but is it in play? They're certainly chasing it like it is. It's off the netting and foul. 1 for 3 on Tyler Stevenson's day, looking to extend his average a little more with a base hit. Full count, chases a fastball he would have been on, but we'll go another pitch deeper. I don't know what I was thinking there. I think I was thinking the strike zone was at his actual, letters. That is hit into left center field, down for, I think it will be a double. They haven't even grabbed it, and he's halfway. So, yep, that is for sure a double for Tyler Stevenson. Found that fastball away and sent it into left field for his second hit of the ballgame. And now we'll see if Marte can do the same thing. That's a foul ball, top of the zone there. Very tippy-top. Noel V. Marte looking for an RBI. Checks another swing. He's been doing those pretty good today. Brad Keller looking to escape this inning without hurting his ERA. That's a good take. Matt McLain has a wicked average with runners in scoring position compared to his, I think he's got 50 clutch, so it's crazy good. All right. Matt McLain, 241 average on his 3 for 3 with a walk included day. That's low, 2-1. All right, looking for another hit for him. That is outside, 3-1. So at the very least, he is looking pretty positive to reach for a 5th time today. That is high. He reaches for the 5th time on the day. TJ Friedel batting 282. He is 2 for 5. This is his 6th at-bat of the game. That is low, 2-2. At least Friedel, De La Cruz, and Sal Stewart will all end up with 6 at-bats. That's high, full count. Now, if one of them hits into a double play, that makes it less of a guarantee. Uh-oh. There's that double play. Scores a run, though. RBI double play. Actually, it doesn't count as an RBI, but the run scores. 2 down. Ellie De La Cruz to face Alex Vesia. Full count on him. That is hit hard to the shortstop. So it will only be De La Cruz and Friedel getting 6 at-bats. So it would have been fun to get a few more in there, but... Oh, we got a series against the Pirates coming next. That will probably be a series that it'll ask us to play some situations in next episode. I'm going to go back and forth between situations episode and then... He doesn't like the call, but he's not challenging. They have one to lose. He should have. Yeah, we'll go back and forth between situations and... That's too high for him to jump for. That's too bad. 12-4. Yimi Garcia. That's actually the second time we've put him into a game, and he's... Hey, look, it's easier for him. I think the first game we put him in, he gave up a home run. In the season opener. That is going to do it. Another one hit to Jake Fraley. 12-4 victory for the Reds today. It was pure dominance from the beginning. And that will do it here for me, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Getting to watch another victory for the Reds. We're now 20-13 on the year, holding the lead in the division. Andrew Painter got a loss, only working 2.1 innings. We only let Rhett go 5 because his pitch count was kind of high. He had 7 strikeouts, only 3 hits against, 1 walk. I'm not entirely certain why his pitch count got so high, because that's 4 base runners. So that's a really good day for Rhett. 12-4. He gave up 2 runs. That's it. Not a bad day for Rhett Lauder at all. So I will see you guys in the next one. It'll be a situations episode where we just pop into a game late in the game and then play a few of those rather than just like sticking to one full game. I'm going to go back and forth. Like I was trying to say before we recorded the last out there, it's going to go back and forth between a situations game, full game, situations game, full game, situations. Because one episode will probably just be me trying to simulate to the next game we're going to do fully, and it's going to ask us to do a bunch of situations. So we'll do situations and scouting probably a lot. I didn't do any scouting on screen last season, so I'm trying to do that this year. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.